Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're seeing this video. I'm gonna be doing a quick, or should I call an instant summary of how I take my trade, every trade I took, my entry strategy. I'm not talking about my analysis. I'm not talking about my analysis actually, but I'm talking about my entry strategy. So now, for some of you that might be nervous about this video, actually this video is for those that have purchased my course. So if you've purchased the course, then I think this video will be more clearer to you. But if you are yet to purchase the course, slide to my DM now and I'm gonna direct you on how you can get the course. So first of all, you can, if you look at the chart clearly, you can see that there are horizontal green lines on the chart, and these horizontal green lines are actually my support and resistance key levels from the higher time frame, which is from the 4-hour time frame. So I'm going to be doing the back testing from this point here. So I want you to see it very clearly. I've not actually make any analysis here. It's very clean. So I'm going to be doing this from the starting, so as you can see how I take trades every day in the forex market. So that being said, this is a GBJPY chart and here is my analysis. So I'm going to be putting on these levels here. I'm going to be putting on this these levels here. You can see, if you look very closely, you can see that price, there's some kind of reaction at these levels. Whenever price gets to these levels, there are some kind of reaction, right? Looking very closely, you can see it very clear. It's very clear. There's always a reaction when price gets to these levels. So I'm going to be starting from drawing my trend line. This is a trend line. So drawing a trend line, some of you find it so complicated that you don't know how to draw your trend line. Drawing your trend line is very simple. You just have to target the wick, not the body. I only draw my support and resistance from the body, but when it comes to my trend line, I use the wick. Now you might ask, why do I use the wick? Well, that is actually a teaching for those that purchase my course. But if you want to know, I think the wick works better than drawing from the body. So well, if you also want to know, just make sure your trend line make multiple of touches. I think that's the best way for you to draw out your support and resistance using a trend line. So I've touched this point here. So this is the first touch, second touch, and obviously we're waiting for price to get to this point, then I'll be selling, right? Yeah, right. So now, how do we take entry from this point? So like this was the first and second touch. Now I've drawn and extended it. So maybe I would want to take some kind of I would like to take advantage of this move here. So I'm going to be switching to the 1 hour time frame here. Now from the 1 hour time frame, look very closely. Here it is. So I want to take advantage of this loopy line, this loopy here. So I'm going to find a trend line to draw at that point there. So the more the touches on a trend line, the stronger the trend line. So this is the first and the second touch. So guys, as you can see, this is the first touch, this is the second touch. So the third touch is either price break or price bounce. But most of the time, whenever price get to the trend line the third time, there's always a very big push to the downside. So this is the third touch here. This is the third touch here. So now, people want to ask now, how do I enter into the market? So now the market is actually trending to the downside. So whatever you're going to be doing, you're just going to be selling, right? You're going to be selling because obviously it's very clear that this market is to the downside. So on the momentum candles, you can see the momentum candles here, they are very high. So it's highly probable that price is going to still continue selling. So because of this, you remember what they say, trade according to the trend of the market. So some persons might want to buy at this point, so that's the more reason why you have to pay very close attention to this video. Now at this point is where I'll be looking at to take my entry from. So what I normally do is that I go to the 30 minutes time frame. Now what do I do in the 30 minutes time frame? So remember on this video, remember from the 4 hour I get to the 1 hour time frame. From the 1 hour time frame, now I'm on the 30 minutes time frame. Now on the 30 minutes time frame, what I normally look out for is I always want price to get to my trend line, and this is my levels here, and give me a confirmation. Now what is the confirmation? Yeah, this is what I do. Now I want to see price get to this level, which is this level here. I want price to get to this level. Price just break below this level. If price break below this level, right? Price break below this level. So I want to see price retest. I didn't mean price break into this level. I would have waited for price to retest at this level for me to sell, but price did not get to this point. So price break below this other level. So what I'll be looking for, waiting for price to retest, and I'll be looking for confirmation to sell. Now price get into this point and price retest to the level. So I waited for price to get into this level and give me a a bearish candle. Now this is the bearish candle price created. This is the bearish candle price created. So what I do now is that immediately I see this close of the bearish candle, I draw out my square line. So I want to see price close below this square line with a nice candlestick pattern. So now this is it here. Very clearly you can see that price came close below it, but it was actually a weak bearish candle. So I need a very nice bearish candle. So if price create a bullish candle and create another bearish candle, automatically it becomes a support for me. Now price created this red candle and it was very little, so I needed a very nice bearish candle before I should take any decision. Now price gets created more bias candle, which is bullish candle to the upside here. So I'm waiting for price to print out a bearish candle. Now this is the bearish candle. As you can see clearly, price created this bearish candle here. So here become my resistance again. This is because this other resistance is now invalid for me, even though it's overall still active, but it's for my entry, this other resistance is not active anymore. So this is the current resistance I'll be looking out for, which is this point here. Here becomes the current resistance here. So I want to see price breaking aggressively with a momentum candle to the downside before I look out for position. Now look at here, price created another bullish candle after this bearish candle, another bullish candle. After seeing this bullish candle, I waited to see another bearish candle for me to change my support level. So now price created this bullish candle, another bullish candle, then this is the bearish candle. Now this other support is no more valid for me. So what I do is that I have to adjust my level, to this other point here. So I want to, here now has now become my support, my valid support level. So this is my valid support level for entry. Oh, this is only for entry. I only do this for entry. This is my entry confirmation. So now I'm waiting for price to break below this with an aggressive candle. So price just break below. This is the candle that break below this support, and it's even a harder confluence for me because price actually touched my trend line and my psychological level, or my key levels, which is like I call it like more confluence for me. And you can see my moving average here, you can see price also break below it. It's even a more confluence for me. So what I now do is that I will have to go in for a position here. So I'll go in for a sell around this point here where the candle just closed here. Making the candle close, I'm in for the sell, and my SL will be at the previous high here, which is this point, and my TP will be times 2. My TP, I always want my TP to be times 2 of the result. So this is like 594 points, and which is approximately 600 points. So I will targeting 1.20, sorry, 1.2 points. So you can see obviously this is a 1.2 point, which is a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, and you can see how price rallied down to my take profit. This is just how I take trades every single day. London session is my best session, and that is exactly how I take my trade. So now this is another example. The next day, this is what happened. So let's look at what happened the next day, how we can take advantage of this move. So price keep after price retested, the price sell to the downside, and actually retested on this level again, keep selling. But I wouldn't have taken this trade at around this point, because it actually at the Asian section, and there are always some skipping move here. Sometimes there are gaps, and sometimes the spread is very big because of the broker sometimes. So now I waited for the London session. Price break below this level here, and I waited for a retest to this resistant level. Now price break below it and now get to my resistant level. So I don't want to be looking for buys. I remember price is trending to the downside, so all your positions should all be sells. Now when price tap into this level, so I waited to see a bearish candlestick. And what is that bearish candle? This is the bearish candlestick which serve as my support. As you can see, I just drew my support below this bearish candlestick which is here. So I waited to see a bearish candlestick close below that support, and this is the bearish candlestick that closed below that support, and I'm in for an entry for a sell. This would be me going in for a sell after I close below this, and my SL would be above this point here, and I'm going to be targeting a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. So this is actually 386. So I want to be target which approximately it's 400. So I'll be targeting 800 as my TP. So 800 TP. So guys, this is it. This is just it. 800 TP. You can see very clearly we've taken profit at this point. This is our profit, and yeah, we are out. We are done for the day. So guys, this is actually how I take my trades every day. This is actually how I take my trade every day. So we're going to the third day. Let me take one more example. This is UVC which is my best pair. So I waited for price to, because the market is trending to the downside, so we want to always sell. We are looking for opportunities to sell. Right now price break below this point here. This is like London section time. This is the Asian section though, but if you are weak, might be looking for a position to go in for an entry. Now price break below this point, maybe you want to maybe sell around this level. You waited, price getting to this level, printed this bearish candle. Here's the bearish candle here. Price printed this bearish candle coming. All right, so price printed this bearish candle, so we need a nice a good candle break below this level here. So we waited for price to break, but sometimes I do some what I call early entries. But if I have taken this early entry when I see this rejection candle closing below this support, maybe it would have beaten my SL, but my SL would have been very tight. It would have been a very tight SL. But well, that being said, we did not take any position there. So now price rallies to the upside to get to this point. At this other level now, what will you be looking out for? We'll be looking for a bearish candle so as we can capitalize it as a support. But when price get to this point, price actually break above it. Price breaking above it, getting to this other level, we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern. Now looking at this, price created a bearish candlestick pattern, so it's now a resistance here. So what we are waiting for now is price to break below this resistance. So we waited and waited and waited. Price get some kind of a double top here or M pattern, and here is the close below this support. So we'll be looking for sell at the close below that support. So now let's see if we hit TP on this trade. So now we are in for this trade. We sell, enter for a sell at the close there, and our SL here with our SL which is 284. So we also target another 400 as of yesterday. The same thing we did yesterday. So we target 400. Sorry, we target 800. This is 384. So it's approximately 400 points we are looking at. So it's going to be times 2 of 400 points, which is 800. So where is 800? Let's see. So guys, this is 800 and we hit TP. Hitting TP, we are out of the trade for today. So now guys, I have taken like this is like 3 examples on how I take trades every day. Very simple, very clean. Remember, you always want to keep your chart clean. So if you are a newbie forex trader, this can be a little bit complicated for you. So if you're interested and you want to learn how to trade in the easiest way, send me a DM right now. I'm going to be directing you on how you can get started.